The visual style of Blacklight is really based off of European architecture as well as the architecture in Pioneer Square itself. We took that and we added the fantastic elements of the overbuild. As far as the characters and the weapons themselves, we used a lot of technologies that are existing in other ways, such as the reactive armor on the characters themselves. We saw that military tanks are using this armor system and we put it onto the characters and kind of high-teched it out. So we're using a lot of the systems that we're seeing and kind of revamping and reusing the objects into new and more imaginative ways.
We felt like the weapons were going to be the key component which would help you provide your own identity. We tried to give you as much ability to customize that. So let's say that you've got your favorite gun. Someone comes along and picks this weapon up and they're gonna know, hey, that's George, hey, that's Tom. That weapon is just awesome. I just love stealing your gun. We felt like it gave it that unique feel that everyone wanted to have in a first-person shooter that made you feel like you were unique.
The weapon attributes in Blacklight are actually very, very deep. There's up to about 25 different attributes that change on the weapons themselves with the new customization systems. Butt stocks themselves will, in a nutshell, control the kick as well as some of the velocities of the player. The barrel itself controls the spread as well as the center weight of the bullets. The scopes, of course, change zoom and optical views, but also will change some of the accuracies of the weapons. The magazines themselves, of course, have the amount of ammo, but also the weight of the player and then the reload speed, which if you're in a firefight and you quickly reload, hopefully you're gonna win that match. But also the different base weapon systems makes the combinations huge. There's 6 core primary weapon systems. That times the 25, 30 different items that you can add on to each weapon, it just makes the combinations huge, and it's extremely hard to balance.
In multiplayer, we have 12 maps for the players. They're all drawn from this fictional city of Bollock, but they're all pretty different in their own right. We have a kind of modern brutalist park, kind of inspired by a local Seattle park. We have this underpass that's really grimy and seedy. We have a rooftop map that's really fun. We've got a map with a kind of a canal with some residential on the side. You know, it all feels like the same city, but they're very different in the same.
Being a new IP, we really wanted to give players multiple styles of maps. So we ranged from small, tight maps to very large maps. And we really went off of a small, medium, large mentality as well as symmetrical and asymmetrical mentality as well. And what we want to do is use that to give as much difference and variation to the maps for the players to play. So that's why we did so many maps, is we really wanted to allow the player to get the game and not just have 2 or 3 or 4 maps to play with. We wanted to have them have upwards of 10 to 12.
In Blacklight, when you get this game, the things that I really like about them, I really like the flow. I like how you can move around the maps and you don't get lost. I think that the combat areas are very fun. I think they're well thought out and they're balanced, and I hope that when people get this, they feel the same way. And I hope that they don't get too distracted by how good it looks. I've definitely been testing maps, and I will see this new feature and I'll go into the corner and I'll look at it and then bam, I'm dead because I was totally distracted.
The future of warfare is just around the corner. Download Blacklight Tango Down this summer.